Welcome back, everyone. It's Josie, and in this video, we are connecting with the spirit world, and my beautiful meditation teacher, whom I love so much, Ursula, is joining me today. And what I will do, I will connect with her departed loved ones, with her angels, and communicate the messages for her. Now, I don't know you, Ursula, that well. We work together, but the information that I'm receiving, this is my first kind of acquaintance with your departed loved ones, with whomever is showing up for you today. So much love. And right now I feel the departed person, the first, it's the grandmother figure. The grandmother figure is just stepping forward. She's a very, I would say, solid lady, just her energy. And she is very direct. I don't feel like she wants to give you, oh, you're so good. She's like, you have got to listen to me. And then she's giving me number 3, whether she had 3 children, whether she was one of the 3, or she had some March could be another direction connection with that woman. And she says that, taking care of your health is number 1 thing right now at this point, wherever you are. It's your health. Nothing else everything else can wait. I'm hearing like everything else can wait. So this is my sign that she wants you to really put in place a program, a plan for yourself to be healthy. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It's not, don't listen to the people. I'm hearing, don't listen to those people. Don't listen to those people, whoever those people are for you. And there is also perhaps a father figure. So I'm not sure if your dad is on the other side, but there's the father figure steps forward. And I feel like that is her son. Somehow, one way or another, that's her kind of a sibling, not a sibling. It would be her child, and then perhaps a sibling for your parent also stepping forward. And J comes up as, to me, I feel like they're trying to communicate the month and specific date. June, perhaps someone's birthday on the 6th of June, if that date means anything to you. Perhaps if you take
22nd of June.
22nd. Okay.
It's my boyfriend's birthday.
He's still with us. He's not on the other side. Okay. Like, no, I don't feel any of these. I feel like they're more of like parental spirits. But he has now, as you mentioned, he's got spirits on the other side. That if somebody passed away from like cancer or something like that.
Yes,
his side as well.
My dad is died with.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
they're just all together. There's just like a group of spirits, and they feel like they are related in this physical world. They had some kind of relationships, and that's relates to family. Some of your relatives worked with water, so either they lived in a village or somewhere where they have to get water from the ground, or either they work with like physical labor. They have to literally carry buckets of water from the ground and then build everything with their hands. I feel like they were all building their lives with their bare hands. And there's a French connection. I'm not sure who is French, or somebody who's got some kind of relationship with or lives in France right now, or speaking French or something that is relates. I just hear the word French. And then perhaps they're encouraging you to travel as well. Your desire to just see the world. And I feel like there is something related to France. I'm not sure. I'm giving you these ideas, and perhaps we can dive later. So I'm letting them come through and see whatever they have to say. France is what is sort of the next step for you. Explore perhaps some kind of business connections, perhaps someone who is a romantic connection in the next sort of next point of your destination. They also encouraging you to read, and that's just see you reading and reading and reading late at night. I feel it's almost like there's no light, and they're showing me how you are just almost obsessively reading and consuming knowledge, and just marking the stuff with your marker. That's where you really want to make important notes for yourself. And that's good. Music is good for you. They're saying music is so good you're a meditation teacher, so that is kind of, I know this about you, but they're saying to me it's more of a this background music that is just playing in your house, and it's so soothing to you, that is so relaxing. It gives you such a sense of really connection and your heart. They're saying that you need to open your heart. You are such a loving person that your heart, like literally, I'm getting chills right now. Your heart can really wrap the entire earth with love. You when you love, it's 100%. It's all in. It's always to give your best, to give your most harmonious, your most loving, genuine self to the world. And then it's almost like you try, but that costs. That's opening your heart feels like takes away your energy. Opening your heart may feel like someone can just step into that space and you will have to deal with consequences. So you may just as well keep them away rather than letting them in. But the angels who are working with you, they want you to know, number one, that you are protected at all times. You have nothing to worry about when it comes to that. It's almost like trust yourself and that power that is within you, which is stronger than anything or anyone out there. So you have this inner awareness of you've got this. You're natural. This is authentically in you to love others. It's like you happiest when you give other people your love in your most genuine way. You just feel good. This makes you feel better. So this allows you to bring that sort of energy into your heart and stay open. Now, there's something wrong with the dates about your dad's passing. He's just stepping in, and this is something perhaps you can look into. Did they miss the date? They did not know the date. He's not happy with the way the writing is on his passing, either, like a marble or something. He says like the date's not right. Does this make sense to you? What is
Yeah, he died on cancer in 2005, and we really didn't know when it's the time he's passing away. But it was 6 months after his diagnosis. Mm-hmm.
Because he says like there's a mismatch with actual date. This is something that you perhaps want to investigate. He says specifically the date is wrong of his passing, or some kind of mismatch with either his real date of birth that they put there, but he's saying he sees the numbers. It was almost like he looks at the dates of his passing and he said that's not correct or something like that. Perhaps like the date did not match. Now you may just want to investigate this, but he loves the outlook of the tombstone. That's kind of he's happy. He just wants you to know that he's not dead. There's a lot of you guys think that he's gone, and their situation was his blood was the reason why he passed. It was something in the blood situation, kind of like a blood clot or blockages of like blood vessels that resulted in him passing. It was him just going quickly. He wants you to know he was not prolonging this. He was on his way out, and his mother was there waiting for him when he passed. And there's a child that is on the other side that is with him. Did your mom have any or anybody, perhaps your grandmother had like a child who passed on around the age of 8? It's just someone who was a younger.
I think my dad knows somebody who died when he was young, a child. I think it was a child that passed away. My dad knows. Yeah.
And it starts with a G. His name, the little boy's name, I feel it's your family. Perhaps there's someone in your family who's known, because you would not know his friends, but with what I'm asking him is to give you something of validation. So when you remember this specific information, that's his sign that he he's talking to you, like this is real. This is not some kind of like imaginary conversations, that he's truly here. And he wants to give you some specific um, information. He said, well, let me just ask, and again, this is for, I'm asking always for validation, in the sense that just to help you as well to see more clearly, so this information really comes in the right way. Now, he said that somehow in the childhood you had a lot of nosebleeds, and it was almost like you had to always wear like some kind of thing so you could instantly go up and then just close your nose. So
Yeah.
that's just one thing. And he said he always there, and he's like, keep your head up, keep your head up, always. And then he's got he was always with, he liked being around guys, and there's like friends, I'm not sure who people he used to work with, but they would just chill together and they would sit separately. It wasn't like he was there on the same couch. I feel like they're like sitting on different chairs and they're just minding their business, but I feel like they're all enjoying themselves. It's kind of like they have their own company of friends and they're just like chilling. And he had a ring, he had the wedding ring that's, did you put it inside his, he was buried with that ring, because he shows me like the wedding band that was on his finger.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's on his left hand. He shows that he had it, or someone still has this one piece of jewelry that he has. And he was grown up under pretty strict mothership. His mom was a very strict lady.
Absolutely.
I feel like she's there. And I feel like as a child, he was not shown a lot of compassion and love. And he wants you to know that there's nothing that he could change about himself, because that's kind of all he picked up from his childhood, from growing up, is kind of be tough, and nobody cares about your problems. Like, don't complain, don't say anything, because nobody really cares about your problem. And I feel like he's got few regrets. He's got, and when you were 12, he says there was some kind of an accident or something like this that happened around this time when you were around, say, 12, 11, 12, and he was there, and it was almost like it was like a motor vehicle or a boat or something like that was happened, that was
Mhm.
that he was a part of. And he wanted just to let you know that he was just sort of, he protected you, he saved you or something, but he takes credit for this. The worst thing that he does not want to see is that nobody remembers him as dead. Like, he says this is like the worst thing you remember is like a white sheet over the body. It's like, don't go there. Like, I'm not dead. Like, that's over, that's the body. It's like, I'm alive. I'm here, and like he's repeating, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. And he did say 6 months to live. It was like, it almost like was in a way a punishment. He feels like he was told a certain number of days that he lived, and he almost believed that. He followed someone else's predictions more than he trusted himself. He should have been kinder to your mom. He should have done more support to you and your brother. You also have a brother?
Yes, I have a brother.
Okay, so the brother figure. And then your brother's some health issues as well, something to do with health right now. It's perhaps also dealing with, and he wants, like, because health in his life almost, that's where everything kind of went downhill with him not being able to take care of himself, and then it resulted him in his health situation. But it's almost like your brother is ignoring his health, and he just does not want anything to happen. So sort of in a way, so he just suggests to take really good care, and it's more stomach related, something to do with the stomach and the spine. So either just taking care of the spine and having these kinds of situations. Now, is anything that makes sense to you, something you want to
Yes.
comment on?
Only with the date, with the 9 and 22, you said the date isn't right when he died. You think these numbers are not good, or
Which I don't know, because for me he could not even be talking about his death. It could be talking, because for me the dates, what he shows to me, the dates on his grave are not correct, and this is the message that he's trying to communicate to you, to your family.
Okay.
And it may not be important or in a sense, but he looks, and it's all written in one line, by the way. This is kind of like the way he shows me, it's like date of birth and his death all written down in one line. And it's like dots, numbers and dots, numbers and dots, numbers and dots. And then she just mentions that perhaps they did not put the numbers correctly. That's the only message. And I have not really received any specific information. I feel like he's looking from his perspective on the tombstone, and he's not really. And his mom is buried in another city. They're not buried together. Is that right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So they're on the other side, they're together. But what is with him and like bull horns?
Bull horns?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you mean with bull horns?
You know, like the head of the bull, and there was like horns.
Yeah, bull horns.
Did he wrestle bulls? Was he involved in like some kind of
bull horns? Maybe with Spain. Bull horns.
He just shows me basically the head of the bull, and he's almost like wrestling the bull.
Oh, that's interesting. What you said about the water, and she's always working very, very hard with his hands, and he works with water.
Right.
On the water, with water. So this is very, very amazing. Wow. Because this is where I want to go, or where I want to dive deeper into it. Do you see something with water? You said this water and this strong hands.
He's showing the way that he shows, he steps forward, and I'm asking him to identify himself. And what he does, he's picking up symbols. And the way the spirits communicate, not really with words, but with pictures. Think of one picture which can literally say a million of words, all just in that one kind of picture frame. So when he stepped forward, and then I feel like his mother passed before him, was like a stronger spirit, and she was almost like, I'm here, hold the door. Some of these spirits who step forward first, they have more energy to do it. They have more energy to communicate, and they will literally hold space for other people. They will hold space for anyone who wants to communicate, to come through and talk. So your dad, when I'm asking him to kind of give me some information, show me what can you share with your daughter. And then he showed me all these pictures of his life that he remembers. And it's almost like, that's if you look back at your life, you will have 5 or 6 real memories about things that instantly come to your mind. If I ask, describe your life in like 5 words, you will say, I don't know, perhaps like music or anything else, or love. You'll pick up. For him, it was literally the hard work. It was the memories of him carrying buckets of water. And it was like over and over again. It felt to him, it was kind of more of his life. And he loved nature. He shows me like forests, like woods, and he would go and he would pick stuff from the woods, like acorns, mushrooms, anything of that nature. That's now he shows to me all of these kinds of events as he's going in, and then he's just connecting with nature, and then just having like a knife, and then like a piece of wood, and he just like chops all of that. And a smoker, someone who smoked, and also someone who had, so there's like a dog that is with him, and the dog was not a big dog, was kind of like a companion of him, always running free, always on the free run out there. just great. His mother was nature. He's saying to me, you know what? His mother was nature. He was almost, and he liked to swim in like water. He liked to swim in like, to me, it's like a lake surrounded by mountains. It was kind of like the scene that he's like, psh, dive in, and at the end of the day, then he will pick up his stuff and then go back home. That was his kind of way of remembering the best moments of his life. And he was happy to marry your mom. So I feel like that was one of his best memories. He's definitely feels like it was the happiest moment. And I see her and on her wedding day put together a beautiful bride with a headpiece and everything else. And he's, wearing suit. And I feel like they were happy. And I see your mom carrying babies in a stroller with big wheels. So just kind of your life runs with him just sharing me the story. And he always worked for other people. He always felt like he was looking for jobs, always, constantly. It was always, this job or this job. And he could do well anything to do with his body, like with his hands. And he would also cut trees for living. He had to do some kind of like a tree cutting.
Yeah. He cuts the wood for the oven to burn fire. And yeah.
So that's kind of like, that's what he shares as a memory. And he loved you as a baby. He said, as a baby, you were always smiling. He says, when you were a baby, you just like a pure smile. Every time he would pick you up, always smiling. Never had a bad day, always having a smile on your face. And he's like, you stick a finger in you and you like chew on his finger.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Listen.
I did. I saw photos.
And he doesn't want to connect with you. If you have a question on why you don't really feel him a lot of the times, is because in your idea somehow that he's dead. He's got, it's almost like in you still kind of healing from that experience as well. And as you're healing from this experience, the more and more you will understand that nobody really dies ever. This is kind of the end of a physical body, but it's definitely never ends on the level of the spirit and wherever we are. And do you have a son?
No, a daughter.
Okay, you have a daughter.
I have a daughter. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he showed me a child, the daughter, and it's his voice in the beginning. So he's talking about his son again. His son. So we're talking about his brother, and then his son.
His son.
His son.
Brother.
Is correct to me. Your brother. So is he born in August? Or something?
Yes.
So that's his. He's okay with you. He feels like you are okay. Everything else around your life, they are just good. And you are on the right path. I feel strongly that he has nothing to worry about. It's just, you are okay. You'll take care of yourself. But at the same time, your brother with August, he's got to put his act together. He's like, put his act together. In the sense that somebody who needs more direction in life, somebody who's got to be very clear on his relationship, someone who needs to take responsibility for certain actions. Does this make sense to you? You don't have to tell me the details.
Absolutely. My contact isn't very good because he lives further away, but you are absolutely right. He is the one who needs this angel and always this guiding hand with him. My brother is a little bit lost.
Exactly. Yes. And your dad acknowledges that. And he says that, I mean, you're kind of like a sister figure in his life and you're always looking after him. You have to also understand that sometimes it's just not possible. It's like you have to leave him and take care of your family. You'll have more better use of your time and energy when you just invest in yourself. For him, he's got to do it himself. Like there's nothing that you can do or say that will magically turn him into something else. Like that's his path, and he's very resistant to change. He says he does not want to change, and this is basically where he wants to do. Does he do fishing for living? Does he do like?
My father and my brother, yeah, both of them
Yeah.
are fishers. Yeah, they love fishing.
Yeah. So I mean, there's like so many beautiful nature, and I feel like that's your dad now is the purity of his energy. It's always related to nature, and
exactly.
And then I can just see your grandmother right now, Broom. And who's born in April, Ursula? Who's born in April 9? That's another spirit that is coming through. And this is another day that I'm seeing. And then N or M also comes through as, perhaps now we're talking to your mom's side.
No, mom is in May.
No, that's April. I see April. Some passing or could be in April.
This could be April.
April 9, like seeing this number, you may, if this does not ring bells, sometimes, we don't relate to these numbers because we try to think of them. And if you let go, somebody will tell you this always works. There's somebody who's stepping in and they're giving me this particular day. I'm seeing this very clearly. 2009 or literally April 9. And you play piano. That's nice. Do you play piano?
No.
Is it piano music that you are looking into or something like this? Because I'm hearing piano. Is your daughter playing piano?
No, but I love hearing piano.
Okay, because I'm listening and I'm hearing. To me, it feels like the real instrument in your house, and perhaps it could be just a piano music that really.
There was a piano before I was here in this apartment. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so did you move in on April 9? I'm gonna stick around with this date because I can tell you with most certainty. Okay, and this date is really resonating.
April 9. No.
It could be the spirits also who lived in that apartment, and I'm saying, perhaps somebody who loved your place, and because they're still there, they're kind of communicating with me. But I'm hearing live piano in where you are right now. Somebody, I'm actually seeing fingers playing the instrument.
Wow, really? No, but I love hearing piano music.
Yeah.
And in the meditation, I love piano music.
Those who lived before in this, were they piano?
Yes.
Did they play piano?
Here.
It's coming from there. So, and I feel like this is a very musical house. You feel very much inclined to be you'll be drawn because it has this energy of music. It's beautiful music. It's just playing there in the background. And also I see you doing some kind of brain. It's kind of like a light and then changing the brain activity. It speaks to me about those brain frequencies that you're just intentionally creating something like a device that just kind of creates electrical things in your brain. But your loved ones are here. You have, as I mentioned, 2 angels, and they're very strongly protective. Is your child 9 around this age?
No, she's 14.
Okay. September. I mean, I have to sometimes, they give me symbols. And then the number 9.
9th of August was the day when my dad passed away.
The 9th, that just keeps on showing up. April 9th. And now again, the number 9. So sometimes when I'm seeing certain, because information comes from so many places, right? So now your piano people are showing up, your dad is here, your grandmother, your mom's relatives are lining up. The information comes to me from all kinds of directions. And what my angels will do, they'll almost move everybody away and they will say, 1 at a time, please, only 1 at a time. So I'm like, okay. So, and then somebody just gives me 9, tell her 9. I feel it's something to do with your daughter. Is your daughter, your dad loves your daughter. This is very strong. I feel it. It almost like
They, she,
she,
her, she came 1 year after my dad passed away.
he's showing me the child as he's almost, he knows that he knows about her. He wants you to know that he is there. He's there with her. She's very bright. He says she's so smart. He says that she can read so fast. I mean, he can, it's absolutely incredible. She's so bright and she's a good kid. He wants you to know that she's a really good kid. And she paints her nails. She says that somehow it's something to do with her nails. And trying to be girly. And he sees her literally doing some kind of painting her nails. And is she thinking about doing like a piercing?
No,
I may have revealed something that, that you may not know.
I don't think so. she's very, she's a sports girl, and so I don't think she can use a piercing because she's playing handball, and
Got it.
so it's too dangerous.
Nevertheless, it's just what they would tell me something. It should just pierce her earrings or something to do with putting some kind of like a jewelry inside of the body.
No.
Okay. He's just saying, with her, it's now she's trying to be a girl. That's just the message that I'm getting from your dad, is like he's observing her as just a child. Now she wants to be a girl.
Mm-hmm.
I see her, like what he's showing me is like your daughter painting nails or wants to look like a girl. Or it's also, again, for me, this symbol means that encourage her to be more girly, in the sense that it's she wants to, but she needs to get encouragement from you. It's her own desire. She wants to have some kind of like more girly feeling, more, like with long hair. I feel like before this time, perhaps she was not focusing on that at all. It was like, but now she wants to experience, she wants to put earrings. She wants to have some kind of a girly experience. She wants to look good. She really wants to do that. And this is in the stage of her life when she needs kind of your support. She needs your guidance. And your dad has written a statement before he died. It was kind of like a will or some situation. And I'm going to give this just as a general message for you, because the details perhaps not my position to reveal, but he's happy with the document that was written before his passing. Does it make sense to you?
Oh yes.
Yeah, good. So that's kind of where I'm leaving this information, because
this is wonderful. Yeah, this was a real nice statement, and it was a good statement. So we are all very secure, with the house and everything. Yeah,
exactly. That's what he's happy with. That it was a great arrangement. And then at the end of the day, he just wants you to know that he's still your dad. He wants you to know that he's still your daddy. And then you can always talk to him. And then if anything, you need like a helping hand, just ask. He'll find a way to people who come and fix your house, fix your situation. He'll find them. In the spirit world, he's got the resources. He wants you to know that. And at any point in time, just when you sleep, turn on the side.
Yeah,
it helps you to sleep better when you're on the side than on the front. It's just healthier for you. Does this make sense?
Oh yes.
He's just trying to give all the information within 5 minutes, so he might not know if he has a chance against, but he wants to use every bit of our interactions so we can really make the most out of this experience. And he's just a loving person. He's just laughing.
He's the best.
He used to do this. Does this make sense to you? I mean, this may just be, with his finger just taking the food out of his mouth.
Yes. Yes, he did. Yeah.
All right.
Really,
me too. I have goosebumps too. Yeah, that's kind of. Yeah. So I just want you to know that he's with you. this is really a good place for you right now to start anything you want. Feel like you are supported. He's brought me on your path. He's got people like me. He just points at me and he says, people like this can show up and help you because you deserve the best. And I'm not saying that I'm the best, but thank you. I'm
Yeah,
acknowledging the spirit. Thank
thank
you.
you.
I appreciate it.
Um,
So that's it. Do you want to ask a question? Do you want him to give you an answer?
I would say thank you so much for always being here for me. Really, he was the best. He was always supporting me. He was always my guiding hand. He was the man of my dreams. So he is amazing, and he was amazing. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, he's right here.
Mm.
Okay, well, it was such a pleasure to
Thank
spend this
you.
time with you, and your spirits are amazing. I absolutely love them.